All right, so that was an interesting conversation with Anderson and Hackett. So Hackett mentioned that the construction of the Crucible is 50% done, which is interesting because we were surprised. Um, because Shepard here even said that so that was very quick, and Hackett said that it doesn't really seem to be uh, Prothean specific or anything like that. So this might be a clue as to um, this crucible. The Protheans may not even have wanted to use it for themselves because they knew that they may fail. So they thought that maybe some other species later on could potentially use it against the Reapers. So that was interesting. But yeah, we talked to Liara. We'll go touch base with the Sari command. Let's check out our terminal here. Our readiness rating is still at 50, but we got Solarian support. We got Turian support. We got Crucible, Asari, lots of Asari, Destiny Ascension, 6th Fleet, 2nd Fleet, Science Team. And the Citadel Defense Force. Cool. Alright, let's head out. Go back to the CIC and let's look up some of these missions.
Goddamn Cerberus bastards. And Udina too. Son of a bitch.
That's crap. Udina made a deal with the devil. He got what he deserved.
I mean, we still don't know if I mean, who knows? Maybe Cerberus did something to him and he wasn't himself. Maybe he was being forced. We just don't have enough information.
Something interesting. Have you got a minute?
Yep.
Commander, I found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing. I know I did.
And you were right, Commander. Whatever crimes Cerberus is committing now, I was on Horizon when the Collectors attacked.
Really?
You'll recall I mentioned growing up in the Terminus systems. I was visiting my family at home. While the Alliance was running studies, you were saving me and my family.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
I believe so, yes.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
It's on the map now, Commander. Thanks.
Alright, cool. So we'll do that. The ex-Cerberus scientist. Alright, we have a bunch of messages, which we'll go ahead and read now from Samantha Trainer. Game night. Okay, so Commander, thanks for taking the time to speak with the civilian. I love to see how Commander Shepard kills time between missions. Why don't you give me a call if you'd like to grab drinks in your cabin? I promise a night of fun and games. Okay, we'll do that. Citadel interview your cabin. Okay, it's from Diana Allers. The networks are going wall to wall with coverage of the attack on the Citadel. Everyone's asking questions about Udina's death. Can I get an hour or so with you to talk about what happened? I'm thinking your cabin rather than the conference room so we don't get interrupted. I heard you knew the counselor personally. If you need some time alone or don't want to talk about it, just say the word. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think that there's any, problem with talking about it, so we'll do that. Meet me at the bar from Jack. The students are kicking ass and taking names. They're keeping them on short rotation so they don't burn out. So we end up with lots of shore leave. Next time you hit the Citadel, come by Purgatory. I'll be there if I'm not blowing shit up in the field. Alright, cool. So we'll visit Jack at the Purgatory bar. So from Alliance News Network Information Partners, Elysium, an evacuation shuttle, nearly destroyed as it attempted to escape the Reaper-occupied colony of Elysium. was reportedly saved after a lone biotic worker intervened. Okay, the shuttle was carrying children who drew high numbers on the colony's evacuation lottery, meaning they were not eligible to board the first wave of shuttles leaving the planet. Their shuttle was saved from when the biotic, identified by authorities as Aresh Agdashlu, engaged Reaper forces that were preventing it from taking off. Agdashlu had a history of drug abuse and criminal activity and claimed to have survived a Cerberus camp on Pragia as a child. Witnesses said he killed several dozen Reaper creatures before he was overwhelmed, providing the shuttle just enough time to fly clear. Okay, so I'm not sure if we knew who Aresh is. So witnesses say that said he killed several dozen Reaper creatures before he was overwhelmed, providing the shuttle in just enough time to fly clear. So I think he may have been killed in action. All right, let's move to the next one. The Durlesh Mole from Adrian Victus. So I think that's the Primarch's son, Commander Shepard. Cerberus just that's the Primarch. So Commander Shepard. Cerberus just ambushed a Turian cruiser full of high-ranking hierarchy officials. The cruiser managed to escape, but its location was top secret. Cerberus couldn't have located that ship without inside information, and the only other person who knew the cruiser's position was Volus Ambassador Din Korlak. I've heard ugly rumors of a bounty out for his head. My advisors insist I can't bring these accusations against Korlak myself. I admit they're right. The Turian and Volus economies are tightly intertwined, and now isn't the time for the political crisis that would result, but the security of our fleets is at stake. I ask that you investigate Korlak in your capacity as a Spectre and find out if he is indeed a Cerberus mole. I forwarded information on his known location to the Spectre office on the Citadel. Regards, Primarch Victus. Okay, so we'll go ahead and investigate this Volus. So got a minute from James. Hey, Commander, just wondering if you got some time in the near future. Nothing critical, just wanted to chat. Interesting. K. Lang's dossier from Stephen Hackett Shepard. As promised, here is what we have on K. Lang. So from Alliance Records to Hackett regarding the subject of K. Lang's dossier. Name Lang K. Date of Systems Alliance military enlistment November 14, 2172. Age on enlistment 16. Credentials faked. Okay, so I'm not sure if that means that he was younger or older than 16. Okay, so tours of duty 2172. Terminus Systems Patrol and Reconnaissance 2173. Exodus Cluster Patrol and Reconnaissance. Reprimanded for taking medals from dead enemy officers, sentence reduced in light of previous exemplary service record. 2174, Raid of Antion, recommended for Systems Alliance Medal of Valor. 2175, Kite's Nest, Tactical Reconnaissance, accepted into Interplanetary Combatives Academy. 2176, received N7 designation from Interplanetary Combatives Academy. 2176, dishonorably discharged and imprisoned after charge of first-degree murder. Cerberus activities. Intel on Kai Lang's activities after joining Cerberus is spotty. What is known is that the elusive man arranged for Lang's escape from prison, employing him as an operative for the next 10 years. Lang is now believed to be the elusive man's most trusted agent, working as an infiltrator and assassin. His cybernetic modifications appear to include Cerberus's Phantom class implants. Okay, so those Phantom class, that Phantom enemies, those are the ones that I believe they use. They're like really fast and they use a sword, I think. Alright, this is interesting. So we'll investigate this Volus. We'll meet James and Jack. And alright. Let's go say hi to Joker and Edie.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting recruiting now. So Cerberus wanted to go into politics, huh? Nice job shutting those assholes down.
Didn't you used to work for those assholes? Something about leather seats?
I
Oh,
worked
yeah.
for Cerberus when they were vigilantes helping the helpless. Now they're a little too mainstream. And evil. The important thing is that you kick their asses. And also that Ash aced the don't shoot your commander portion of the Normandy reinstatement test.
Go easy on Ash. She's been through a lot.
Yeah, like drawing a gun on a superior officer, nearly getting the council killed. That's not gonna look good on the yearly performance review.
Let's talk to Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires thresher maws.
If only.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are more fallible than they proclaim. Despite its best efforts, the one on Tuchanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers. But I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
Interesting. Whatever it wants to be, the job it was designed for. I mean, see, the thing about synthetic life is that by calling something synthetic, I mean, that's very broad, right? Because we see VI, which I would assume is also some sort of life, kind of. And then, of course, we have artificial intelligence like Edie, who is unshackled. Yeah, so we'll say whatever it wants to be.
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Geth and the Reapers.
Don't think like a Reaper. There's more to organics.
Reproduction isn't all there is. We find meaning in the work we do, good deeds we accomplish, love.
I see. I will search my files on the biographies of humans to see if prominent figures follow the pattern you suggest. It appears many humans did in fact do so.
That was quick. Gotta love quantum computing.
Shepard, I will alter my processing power to give priority to your stated goals. Duty, altruism, love.
Wait, you're just gonna turn yourself good? Can you do that?
It should take some time. If I have further questions, I will speak with you again. Thank you.
Alright, so that's interesting. So Edie's kind of looking, thinking more about herself as more of an individual and what her life means. But yeah, so we'll make sure we keep talking to Edie about that.
Commander?
Alright. Let's go to the other decks, talk to everyone. I'm sure they have something to say.
Commander, Dr. Chak was sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the med bay.
Okay.
Commander?
Yeah, let's go to the crew deck. Alright, so we got Garrus right here. I never really noticed what's on here. What is on here? So it looks like we have these names. I can see Thane, Krios right at the bottom there. Caden Alenko is there. Morden Solis. Those are the only ones I recognize. And there's more on this side. I'm just quickly actually just going through this, but I don't recognize any of these names other than Thane, Morden, and Caden. But let's talk to Garrus.
Shepard. Hell of a day. Udina loses his mind, the Citadel almost falls, and you almost had to put down a friend.
Got a little tense there.
If it had come down to it, could you have pulled the trigger?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, because we didn't do it. It gave us an option and we didn't do it, so let's say no.
I don't see how. We start killing our friends and war turns into murder.
But it doesn't always give us the easy way out, does it? At least Ash didn't have to join Caden.
Let's hope he's looking out for us. This was his fight, too.
Interesting. So I'm not sure where Ashley would be now. She's definitely aboard the Normandy. I'm not sure where though. Alright, let's go check these two rooms over here. Not here. Maybe in here? Yep.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Alright, she's not too chatty right now, but we'll make sure to come back and talk to her. But for now, let's go talk to Chakwas. Where's she?
May I speak with you, Commander?
Yep.
Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees?
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
Alright, we'll do it.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Alright. So yeah, let's quickly just read that. The Perseus Veil. So yeah, Hackett asked us to go meet the Quarian fleet. So the Quarian fleet offers both technical specialists and support ships to assist with the Crucible. Meet the Quarian admirals and obtain their help in the war effort. I'm sure during this mission we'll talk or we'll meet Tally, which will be good. So distress signal, Asari High Command has requested help dealing with a distress signal on an Asari colony. Go to the colony and investigate the situation. Okay, so Liara brought this to our attention. We'll do it. Ex-Cerberus scientists, a group of top-level scientists have cut ties with Cerberus and are fleeing their former employer. Rescue the scientists before Cerberus can find them. Okay. Message from Primarch Victus. Okay, we'll investigate the Volus. Medical supplies. The Normandy's doctor has noted a group in the refugee camp that has military medical supplies but needs simple civilian necessities. Meet Tactus in the refugee camp to broker a trade. Alright. So I think the next time that we will be on the Citadel will be when we do a lot of these missions, so that we have something to turn in. So we'll talk to that person then. But for now, let's go talk to Liara.
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
Interesting. Okay. Intel from Battle of Arcturus. Okay, so the telemetry captured from Arcturus Station shows just how quickly Reapers poured in from the relay and tore through Alliance fleets. VIs can analyze hostile fire in the data collected to increase weapon damage. They can also spend processing power looking for ways to improve shielding against Reaper weapons. Okay, so we'll take that. Weapon damage bonus. We'll take that. Okay. So I don't think we got the shield option. Alright, that's okay. Let's check out the broker terminal, but actually let's talk to Liara first.
Shepard.
Alright. Alright, so audio recording from Counselor Gujir's Senate office. So Secretary Phillips, the emergency fund's gone, sir. We don't have the credits to hire enough ships to evacuate the colony before the Reapers get here. Not with the prices their captains are asking for. What about the military? They left an hour ago. They said it's too much of a risk to come back. Did they? Yes, sir. Here, this is a passkey, sir, and an inventory? Phillips, I am authorizing you on behalf of the city senate to seize any and all EZO stockpiles in our treasury in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like private stockpiles, Senate members' stockpiles. I'm foregoing re-election. Now get those ships. Yes, sir. Interesting. So let me just quickly go over this again. So the emergency funds are gone. We don't have the credits to hire the ships to evacuate the colony. And the prices that the captains are asking for are too high. Okay, so then the counselor, what about the military? They already left. It's too much of a risk. Okay. Is this the passkey? Yes, sir. And an inventory. Phillips, I'm authorizing you on behalf of the city senate to seize any and all EZO stockpiles in our treasury in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like private stockpiles. Senate members is stockpiles. Okay, this is interesting. I'm foregoing re-election. I'll get those ships out. So it does seem like the counselor here is looking out for the interest of the colony and trying to evacuate them. So that's good. Or I'm missing something here. Alright, let's head back. Alright, let's go down to engineering now.